Support artwork is anything that you've used to build your print-ready file, such as linked image files, linked logo files, or fonts. These elements must be sent to us to avoid potential delays due to missing fonts or missing linked files. Anytime another file is placed into an Illustrator or InDesign file, it is considered to be a linked element. A linked file can be a raster-based file or a vector-based file. Raster files are made up of pixels and are photo images or artwork that is created in Photoshop. These elements cannot be enlarged or scaled up without losing clarity or resolution. If I keep zooming in, you'll see all of the pixels that are contained in this image. All Photoshop files that require specific color matching to PMS colors or hard copy printouts should be supplied as layered files. This ensures that all individual elements in that file are editable. As you can see in this example, every portion of this artwork is on a separate layer. The background's a separate layer, the logo's a separate layer, this little white circle is a separate layer, as well as the text and the gradient. Every piece of this artwork is editable. If I wanted to change this gradient to a different color, all I have to do is click on it with Command click, make a new layer, and let's say I wanted to fill it with a green. Pretty simple. As you can see, I've changed that color to green without interrupting anything with the background. Let's say I needed to also change the logo color. Let's select that. Again, Command click on the layer, make a new layer, nothing in this one yet, and let's say I needed to change this color to, let's make it a blue. Go back to my paint bucket, click, and as you can see, that logo is blue now, no longer green. Again, this does not do anything with the background, just because it's a separate layer. All of these adjustments have been made easy just because it's layered artwork. These adjustments would not be as easy if we had flattened artwork. As you can see, this is what a flat file looks like. Not much you can do with it. Can't really select individual pieces without using your direct selection tool, and even then it's pretty messy just because it's selecting individual pixels rather than the full piece of artwork. If we did have to color match it, we would have to do overall color matching adjustments. So typically we would use curves. But as you can see, any slight adjustment that I make overall is affecting the overall color of the image as well. This is why layered files are so important whenever we receive files that need to be color matched. Typically, linked vector elements are logos, but can also be background elements and other vector elements placed into your document. Live text is also converted into a vector shape once it is created to outlines, as you can see here. Vector elements are mathematically rendered shapes and lines that are typically created in Illustrator but can also be made in InDesign. These elements can be infinitely scaled up and will not lose clarity. They are not restricted in this area like a raster-based image would be. Let's go to this example, and as you can see, I've got a vector versus a raster. If I zoom in, you'll see that the raster is made out of pixels, whereas the vector is made out of a shape that is mathematically rendered. If I zoom in on this, the edges keep their clarity. Another nice thing about vector files is their ability to store PMS colors in each individual shape or line. As you can see here, each element I click on shows what specific PMS is assigned to its fill and stroke. Color matching is simplified since there is a specific location for each color already mapped out for us. I can also change these colors with just a few clicks. Let me pick a couple colors. This helps expedite the color matching process and keeps your order moving through our pre-flight processes. Please note, the InDesign program was created specifically for page and catalog layout purposes. It's not ideal for large format printing due to the page sizing restrictions. We cannot print directly from an InDesign file. Your art coordinator must export these files out to a printable PDF format, which slows our pre-flight process down. There can also be unpredictable results when exporting. We highly suggest using Illustrator for all large format, vector-based design work.